Hey Chad, hi, what's up? Welcome to part 2 with the Shaolin monk warrior Hurssh Verma. In the first part, we kind of got to know his backstory, set some context for y'all. This is going to be one of our regular episodes where we get into a hot take and we'll test your ball knowledge a little bit. So let's get into it.
Okay, just to get to know you a little bit, sports-wise, here are 3 questions. I'll start off with the first one. Who is the greatest or your favorite sports duo of all time?
Iniesta, Xavi.
Iniesta's are
popular.
Popular one from Barcelona fans for sure.
Yeah.
Who do you like better, Iniesta or Xavi?
Iniesta.
We all agreed to that as well before.
No, I think Xavi's better.
Bro, you changed it now.
Sometimes my views change, bro, in life. Like,
Why did it change this time?
I don't know. I think Xavi's more of an orchestrator. I think Iniesta's better at attacking, but when you look at combining defense and attack, I think Xavi has it all. I think he's better on the ball. He's a better passer of the ball. Iniesta's just a better finisher. I think he's a better goal scorer.
I don't think he's better on the ball than Iniesta.
Iniesta's first touch is broken.
They both are ridiculously good.
And Iniesta was operating in more tight spaces. That's why I feel like his touch was better.
I would say on the ball, Iniesta's better passing. Xavi's better.
Yeah, I'd give you that.
But I also feel like more Iniesta plays more cam and Xavi is more of CDM.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think that really balances the midfield out.
What position did you play when you were playing?
Left wing, I still play left wing.
Yeah.
Same.
Same.
Same as
No,
Tanu.
I don't. So
Yeah,
not
and
same.
on me also, I'm right back. I'll pocket.
Left bench.
Nah, you're floor manager.
Okay, next question is, what is one sports event that you have to attend before you die?
You can't say Wushu Sanda.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Damn, how did you know that?
Can I say IPL? I mean, no, I'm just kidding. No, fuck that. I think Champions League final.
Okay.
Like
Perhaps.
any football fan needs to attend a Champions League final for sure.
Fair.
Yeah.
I have nobody in this
I
room.
haven't yet. No,
I've
but
not
I
been to
plan
Champions League game.
Yeah, even I haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neither have
No.
I, not
Champions
yet.
League finals always deliver, man, in some way or the other, except the Spurs Liverpool. one.
Liverpool, yeah.
I feel like there's quite a few that have been playing. Even the Chelsea City one was quite boring.
Yeah.
That was still a good English title.
Yeah.
It's at least the
And
story
that loss
behind
was fun.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm not happy that you were happy, but
I was very happy.
Didn't know
You didn't know me then.
Yeah.
You don't know me.
Next question.
Good Sammy didn't know me.
Next question. Which athlete would you like to play in a movie and why?
Yao Ming. Oh, no. I'm just kidding.
Mandarin wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah. Which athlete, dude? I would love to play Michael Jordan. The Last Dance. Y'all have seen the
Yeah,
documentary,
yeah.
of course.
One of the best.
That's like crazy. So yeah, I would love to play Michael Jordan. Like his journey has been phenomenal.
So
and
you're okay with
whatever.
blackface?
Yeah. Black Lives Matter.
Alright, let's get into the take.
Guys, La Liga is better than EPL.
Strongly disagree. But go. Defend
Let
it.
it come. Down there. Dude, I personally feel like if you see quality of game is more seen in like La Liga and all the teams that they're playing, even if it, for a matter of fact, if it's Villarreal, if it's Atletico Madrid, Athletic Club, they're still in the Champions League, right? They all have qualified, and if you see like EPL, it's just so typically English. That's the way I see it.
So
I don't
you
know,
were
man,
saying skill for skill, the La Liga is
I think
better.
just like I don't know how to define it. I don't know if there are words to define it, but I think just quality in general. Like I would still put La Liga and then Bundesliga and then I would put
Hey, bro.
Stretching.
I'm just saying.
Put I-League also no before that.
ISL doesn't
Yeah,
exist.
ISL,
Otherwise,
sorry.
I was number one.
Yeah. No, I think just like in the span, like La Liga in general, like the quality is amazing. That's
Quality, I might give you slightly better, but entertainment value. it
Entertainment
doesn't
value
come
EPL,
close.
like
Yeah.
it goes crazy out there. I mean, you have like Liverpool fans who are like crazy insane. You have Arsenal fans. You have Spurs.
That are just
like
insane and
I remember I
annoying
went for
and-
Spurs and Arsenal's game at White Hart Lane. It was insane, and people were like crazy. And I also, because I played for the Milan junior team, so I went to San Siro as well to play, to watch, not to play. Sorry, but out there, like of course, the whole vibe was very different than what the English fans' vibe is. I think fans really matter and what they put out there to the players. But I still say La Liga is better in quality. Like, yeah.
La Liga top 2 clubs.
Yeah, it's
Best
like-
in quality.
or
Very
like
little competition.
Yeah. In like the last 10 years, there must be I don't even know how Atletico Madrid
Say
won in the
last 20 years, because last 10 years
they have-
only City has been dominating
No,
the
but
Prem also.
you've had 3 different La Liga winners compared to 6 different PL winners. Which is
Fair.
Leicester, Chelsea, City.
Again,
I
I
was
mean,
about
like
to say
Ancelotti, Mancini, Pep, like all these are the coaches of these clubs, right? Who you're mentioning, like for Man City again. I mean,
But Ancelotti is a Premier League first manager. Like he was at Chelsea before, he was at Madrid.
bro, he was in Milan. You see
Milan,
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 and
yeah,
then Inter
Milan.
after that.
Milan
It
is
was like
fair.
such a controversial thing that happened. If you all, I don't know if you recall, but
Yeah.
that's where he started. Like in the other part of the Europe, right? But I feel like it's more of quality out there. I don't know. I just feel. I mean, I met Roberto Mancini in person and spoken to him as well, and I mean, even he strongly agreed to this. At that point of
But
time.
he had to
What the fuck are we talking about?
End of all.
Discussion.
We went to the Nike town, I remember, in Milan, and then we bumped into him. We were buying these studs and stuff, and then we spoke about like EPL, like is he going to plan to coach EPL that time? That time he's just coaching Inter. I remember.
And then he went to City.
And then I think wherever he went after that, no, he went to another European club and then he went to City.
So he had an experience in England now.
Yeah.
That's why you were
Yeah.
saying this is
Yeah.
better now. You're leaving out details of the story and lying to the
No,
audience.
just call him and ask him once.
Roberto.
Met you at the Nike store. I'm very different now than I was before.
Hey, I attained enlightenment now.
But I just think like La Liga is a 3. You can call it a 3
Two and
horse
a
race.
half
It's more or
race
less
horse.
2.5
2.5
horse race.
Yeah.
And, like it's almost like anybody that doesn't watch La Liga is cheering for that third horse almost because it's just fun. Even if you look at terms like revenue, broadcasting, like the amount of money Premier League teams make.
for sure.
So there's a thing called the Deloitte Football Money League where Deloitte like breaks the.
Yes.
What happened to you?
Yes.
Please go ahead.
So there's a Deloitte Football Money League. They just post like the top 20 or 30 teams that made the most money each year. It goes on broadcasting rights, on ground rights, and then commercial rights, which covers everything. And of the top 20 teams, out of the top 20 teams, 9 teams are English. Out of the top 10, 6 are English. So like the amount of money, the amount of fans, the amount of new people that come in just to watch the Premier League, I think it's easily, undisputedly the greatest league there ever has been and there ever will be.
I mean, I agree with him for the entertainment wise and revenue wise. It definitely is because I think they have just capitalized on it so much. I mean, like, dude, like Gareth Bale was wearing Paddy Power. What is that? That gambling website?
Paddy Power.
Yeah,
Paddy
Paddy Power.
Power.
Right? Paddy Power underwear, and like live, like celebrating with it. Like like gambling is so big out there as well. So I feel like entertainment wise, definitely. I mean, nobody can touch them. But like, are we getting the money from anyone?
What do you mean?
I mean, we're not making the money from the entertainment, but in
Yeah.
the end, we just like support the quality of the game.
No, but
right?
like even a ticket price, for example, is higher at an English stadium than it would be at a Spanish stadium because the demand is so much more.
Yeah.
It's all that
I
kind
think
of
what he's
plays
trying to
into
say,
it.
like the quality attracts the money, and like is all the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason it is such a highly grossing league. No, it's because it's so interesting to watch. It's so competitive. Like we're now what 20 competitive, like Mbappe would say. We're what 24, 25 weeks in now, and Aston Villa are 4 points away from Arsenal. Like I'm not saying that this is just you won't see that in the La Liga. You won't see like a
That was a very
Villarreal.
important thing to mention. Varma.
Yeah, it was. I wanted
Yeah.
to mention it
Give
for
context.
ulterior motives also.
Exactly.
But
I'm
it plays
feeling
into
sick. Don't.
it plays into my point also. Like
Don't upset
you had
me.
Arsenal at the start of the season when City were flopping and Liverpool were flopping, thinking that Arsenal are going to run away with it. But now we're so many weeks in and you have such a good title race. Like I don't really see that happening in the La Liga. Like I don't remember last time ever really like even being like, fuck, this La Liga title race is intense. Let me watch the end of it, and just doesn't happen. I just think La Liga ended with Messi Ronaldo almost.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like right now, like when I watch these games with the, Pedro and Gavi and Lamine Yamal and all these guys, obviously it's not at that scale, right? I mean, they still say that Lamine Yamal is like a sassy version of Neymar into Messi, into Bojan. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah.
So Bojan. So it's like a sassy
Stokes
version.
He's
of,
also a Premier League legend.
Yeah.
Premier League legend, but he's a La Liga legend.
But he got schooled at the La Masia.
Yeah. He's a Barcelona boy, but he made his name. Stoke.
Yeah.
I think of Bojan.
I think he got more value when he was playing
At Stoke.
Yeah, because I think he was just
There was also
very
more
good.
memes because Bojan, Craig La Masia, Barca, Stoke City, long thrones.
Yeah, man.
He's also like probably the 11th best player on that Barcelona team, but the best player on that Stoke team. So he's gonna get the credit.
Peter Crouch.
Charlie Adam.
There's only one. There is only one Charlie Adam. But yeah, I would agree with your take if it was back in 2015. Between 2010 to 2020, I think that was a La Liga era.
Yeah.
Where we could argue that, I mean, I'll give you that the quality was better. You had more Europa League champions, more European champions coming out from that league, which kind of proves your point that the quality was higher, therefore they were excelling in the Champions League. But I think last 5 years, post-COVID, I think the tides have turned since Pep came to the Premier League. I think that level for each club has gone higher. I mean, Jurgen Klopp managed in the league, Pep in the league, Mikel Arteta, of course.
Please, do not. Please do not.
Thomas Tuchel came. So the best managers Graham Potter, Noah.
Ten Hag, say na.
For the matter of fact, he did come to the Premier League when he was on the rise at Ajax, one of the best in the world. Then came to Premier League, couldn't do it. Of course,
it's also like any top players you see in the world. You're like, can they do it in the Premier League? Like Messi's almost. I don't like. Some people always be like, but he never came to the Premier League and did it. Ronaldo did it in the Premier League
on a rainy night in Stoke.
Can you do it on a cold rainy night at Stoke?
But yeah, that's like now last 5 years the top managers have come, they've attracted the top talent, the top know-how also, where now everything is happening first in the Premier League and then the rest of the leagues are kind of copying that. I almost felt during the 2010 to 2020 it was the Premier League copying the style of play of probably the La Liga. And now it's kind of shifted. So I think quality wise also now the Premier League is a little better. Off late also they were talking about Arsenal's performance in the Champions League where we beat Inter Milan.
Yeah.
Arsenal just had more space and that's why Gyökeres could get a goal. As opposed to like in the Premier League when they're playing say over
Don't say elite players
team.
And say Gyökeres, man.
Struggling team. I'm not saying elite players. I'm not saying elite players. A struggling team like United can come to Arsenal's home and beat them. Yeah. So they're having a horrible season in their words. So yeah, I mean these kind of things prove that the quality is a little more.
I mean look at the Champions League table also. Arsenal's like undefeated. Conceded like 3 goals.
So just right now I feel like the quality is in our favor, the Premier League's favor.
Even over the past 4 years, I think City's been the best team in the world.
Let's say the Champions League Europa League last year itself, PSG won, Inter was in the final. Europa was all England. It was United and Spurs. Few years before that, Liverpool won the Champions League and Chelsea won the Europa. So it's been
conference also. We had
sorry, bro. Forgot to mention the conference.
West Ham also won the conference.
Right. So yeah, maybe it's right. 2010 to 2020, the Ronaldo Messi era. But also, I would say that too was not La Liga dominant. It was Madrid and Barcelona dominant. Like 10 players out of the 11.
No, but only even
teams.
Atletico Madrid was a very tough competition.
They made a lot of semi-finals and finals in the Champions League. They finished once, I think.
Really badly to Barca and to Madrid both.
No.
I also feel like, if you mentioned about the revenue, the entertainment part, a lot of coaches have gone there because that's where actually even the money is for them.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? I mean, because now there is not much high-level competition that's happening with the Messi Ronaldo era. Have it said it's ended now. So who's next? Who's the next successor? There's no successor as such.
They could have it, but it could be Yamal and Mbappe.
I mean, with that kind of ego and attitude and arrogance, man, I mean...
He needs to visit
Shaolin.
The temple.
Yeah.
He needs some breath work and some meditation.
And Tirth brought up a good point before the game that I think a La Liga all-time 11 does beat a Premier League all-time 11, but if you take out Madrid, Barcelona, and if you take out, say, United, Liverpool, who are the most successful English clubs, I mean, the PL 11 will smash. Like the Stoke starting level probably beats that all-time level.
Boyan in it.
It's probably just an Atletico Madrid 11 at that point. Yeah, how many, like in a La Liga all-time 11, there would be no players that didn't play for either Madrid or Barca.
I mean, there would still be good players, and Villarreal was a very good team once upon a time.
Yeah, name a player that era.
You're telling me to think apart from Madrid and Barca, so I'm thinking like which other team like.
Keita. No, did he
The
play?
it's
One of the
Atletico
Keita
Madrid.
plays.
It's also like that football league, Madrid and Barca are the top two.
The top
also,
two,
it's
yeah.
worth mentioning that. Madrid generated $1.2 billion in revenue last year, and they beat their own record from the previous year, which is $1 billion.
Man, fuck it.
And
Insane.
Chelsea
Not
spent how much?
500. We generated 584 billion.
And spent?
God knows.
Say now your Deloitte stats.
Guys, there's this thing called the Deloitte
Yeah.
Financial League.
Football money. I found out from playing my quiz. Bro.
Oh,
My top 10 teams at the time. I was like, what the fuck is that? And then it was quite interesting.
Okay, cool.
That's
So
pretty
I
crazy,
guess we respect your take, but
You're wrong.
you're wrong. Yeah.
Keith, come to my rescue.
He to in a way that he shows that he's right.
Menu.
Huh?
Villar-
Europa. Villarreal.
But everyone beats
Good
Manu,
point,
yaar.
Chelsea beat Barcelona.
Nah, Villarreal.
One game. Only one game.
Everybody goes to
Out of the
Aston Villa.
7 games, only one game.
Yeah.
Exactly. First Arsenal.
Arey, anything gussa.
Arsenal to.
Chelsea, yes.
No more?
Yeah.
Okay, moving on to this or that for just 1 minute. Let me open it out.
It's half a sentence
He's
on
opening
that.
his
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Huh?
He's finding his tab.
Yeah.
No, sorry, no. Okay, this or that next segment. Hurssh, you're a big tennis fan, as you've already mentioned in the previous episode. So, pretty simple question. Who is the tennis GOAT? Is it Rafa? Is it Roger? Or is it Djokovic? Or, if you have another shout, go for
Andy.
it. Agassi,
Stan.
Sampras, whatever you want. You can throw in whoever you want.
Oh my god. This is a very difficult one. It's not even like choosing between Messi or Ronaldo or Barca or Madrid. It's not even that. But I feel like
Those are easy.
It is now Barca, Madrid, Atletico.
yeah,
3 options.
3 options. I still like Pep, by the way. Even though he's coaching Man
Even though he's a
City.
terrorist.
Yeah.
What the
Who's the goal?
To
I think Federer, bro. All time.
is my favorite also.
Roger Federer, hands down.
Not hands down.
No,
at
hands down is
all,
unfair.
Not
Yeah.
hands down.
When someone has
I
3,
think
4
Djoko-
Grand Slams,
yeah.
then you straight up, you can't say hands
The
down.
longevity plays a big role.
Djokovic is a GOAT.
No.
Rafa is my favorite.
Okay, for example, now
Roger's
if
the
we
goat.
if we take for example in cricket, if we say that Sachin is the real goat, but like Kohli has anyway surpasses Test.
Not test.
Not which was
One day,
something
one day,
one day
And
ODI.
T20 is not such a never.
Sachin never played T20, I guess. So I think how do we measure that? I mean, Sachin is still like the one
No.
who's created the best.
So
But
yours how we measure it?
individual sport is different though,
And
because
in the
he's
same
doing everything on his
generation.
own.
They,
And in the
they
same
did have an
generation.
overlapping era. Djokovic and Federer.
Federer, yeah, they
All
did.
3 of them.
All 3 of them.
All three
Yeah,
of them.
And
yeah.
actually, in that, so you'd count 2011 to 2016 as the peak, all 3 of them. Federer a little earlier, but he was still one of the best between 2011 to 2016. In that time period, Djokovic actually won the most slams. He also has the best head-to-head record against the 2 of them.
Two of them,
Wait, I can just read
And
it out.
I think in a sport like football, where it's a team sport, trophies are so much of a grey area, because like Dani Alves is the second most decorated footballer, but he's not even going to make the top 20, 30 footballers. But when it's an individual sport, it's literally everything on you.
On one
So
individual, yeah.
36 Grand Slams over 34 Grand Slams means 2 more Grand Slams. It means a lot. Trophies are a clear, like a definition
And in
of
the
how
same
good
era.
you've been.
That's
And in
why
the same
also.
era, of course, yeah.
But Federer obviously is an
For me, Federer is
amazing
like goat.
athlete.
I love
Because
all the 3
Yeah,
players,
yeah.
but I mean, like if you
It's-
ask me to choose one, I would
Yeah,
choose
that's fair,
Federer.
that's
He
fair.
passes the eye test the best,
Yeah,
I think.
and everybody
Roger.
always like, even Djokovic, whenever he's like, I looked up to Federer, Nadal, I looked up to Federer, they always are like, telling him, I mean, Federer never say that I look up to Djokovic or
Yeah.
but he still, acknowledge them that the way they play and,
I just think
of
the
course-
class of Roger
Yeah,
and everything,
that's- Yeah, it's just-
I think GOAT just it embodies more than who is the best. Like we've already discussed before.
From the
Yeah.
3 of them, who do you think has done the most for the sport?
Roger.
Roger, right?
Roger.
Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also about giving it back, right? Like athletes need to give back. Don't you feel like?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, what is EPL giving back?
It's giving
At the start of every game,
Sorry.
at the start of every game, they all kneel down. Now.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
It's giving. What is it giving? Do the dance.
I don't watch.
I was sick.
But yeah, I mean, like, yeah, for me, Federer for sure.
It's hard to argue against any of these three
Any of
guys.
these-
They
any
have
of
their
these,
own
yeah.
styles. They
And
have
it's
their own.
also tennis. I feel like we've discussed this before, but it's 4 Grand Slams a year. 2 of them are played on synthetic.
Hardcourt.
Hardcourt,
One
yeah.
is on
One-
clay and one is on
on
grass. Like
clay,
if
yeah.
2 were played on clay, Rafa would have like the most Grand Slams easily.
Yeah.
Djokovic, strong court is the hard court.
The
And
hard court.
Fair.
Rafa's is grass. So they get to play one each. Djoko gets to play 2 a year. So that's something to consider also.
Fair. Yeah, I also
That's a
feel
good
like,
observation.
Yeah, I feel like Djokovic gets a bad rap. He hasn't had the PR that Nadal
He
and
didn't take the
Federer.
vaccine, no.
That was a big thing.
He gives himself a bad rep, to be fair. He just
Fair enough.
I kind of love it.
he
He's
tries
like,
to
I
do
am
that.
who I
I mean, I don't mind it. It's not a bad rep to us. It's to the
Fair enough.
Poozies.
Fair enough, but I was under the belief for a long time like Nadal is a goat. But then when you actually look at the numbers, you look at the overlapping, like the eras, like Djokovic has had more head-to-heads, has more slams against both of them. When Nadal was at his peak in 2011, Djokovic beat him in all the finals that they played against each other. In 2016 too, Djokovic had a fantastic year. 2017 he gets injured, and then that's when we see the Nadal and Federer resurgence, if you remember.
Yeah,
when
that
Nadal
insane
and Federer
final.
started winning again.
That
But-
Australian Open final was
Yes.
that was
Yeah.
insane.
and Djokovic had a elbow problem at the time, and that's when their resurgence started. And then of course COVID happened, so then that gave Nadal and Federer some more breathing room.
I think tennis is one of the sports where the court conversation is probably that's closest between like 3 people.
3 people, yeah, for sure.
And it's hard to hate any of them. Like,
Yeah.
you can find fault, let's say, in a LeBron or in a Ronaldo or something. You can find something that, like, okay, LeBron, like,
Caps.
he lies,
That's
he
my
cries
favorite-
too
that's my
much.
favorite
Ronaldo, is way too arrogant. He only cares about his personal record. You can say all these things about those guys at least, but it's hard to find fault in a Rafa or a Federer especially, and then even Djokovic, like, because how
I
much
think
he's won.
Djokovic is easy to find faults.
Yeah,
He's not that.
No,
He
it's
doesn't-
I don't
not,
think
man.
so,
It's
man.
not. Like,
I think he's a
that's
bit.
bad
If you talk
PR.
about cocky and arrogance, Djoko is full of it.
Bro, if you actually look into it, Federer and Nadal are way worse. When Djokovic was coming up, Federer and Nadal would slate the hell out of him.
But that's just trash talk, bro.
In a
oh, when
post
he does
No, because he's not doing it to another player. He's just like he's almost taking it on himself to be like righteous and talk about so many other issues. And like even when he was at that game where there was booing going on, he sits and he'll tell the crowd like, there's no one like, why you're all booing, and I've been in this game for so long, you're acting like you're not booing me and you're trying to do it in this sly way and all that. There's no need for that.
He's coming to an end in his career, so.
Yeah.
That is sucky. Fair enough.
But he gave it back to the crowd really well at that time.
Yeah.
I don't mind it personally.
Yeah.
Like, I just think it can come off as cocky and arrogant. I think whereas Roger is like.
But just imagine, like, you're just like one of. It's like it's an individual sport, right? Like you're out there and the whole crowd is just supporting the other side. It just feels like one-sided in the end. So, but that's why I spoke about Djokovic's mentality. He is next level.
Yeah, his mentality is different.
Yeah.
So to wrap it up, I guess Djokovic, Federer on both sides. Just to wrap it up, the Australian Open is happening right now. From Sinner and Alcaraz, who's going to be
Or if it's a third, like a random shout you have.
random shout? I
Ben
don't even know.
Shelton.
Ben Shelton. Yeah. From
Musetti
these
is
two,
looking
and let's
damn.
Gusedo Ben Shelton into this.
For America.
Who's going to rise up on top? Who's going to be the better one of them? The 3 of them. Forget.
Three of them.
Forget I said
He's
Ben
like
Shelton.
Andy Murray in that competition,
Yeah.
but worse.
He's not even from England, so he
Yeah.
can't even get the sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Alcaraz, bro.
Yeah.
I personally feel like that guy is just like is unstoppable right now.
Does he get to 20 Grand Slams? These guys have 21, 22, and 25.
Yeah.
Does he touch 20? Carlos.
Will he touch 20 this year?
No, when it's all said and done.
Yeah.
Grand Slams overall.
Yeah.
You
Will he?
think-
Oh, yeah, of course.
Even I think.
I think
He's
both
about
of them.
5,
Think,
na?
yeah.
4 or 5 right now.
No more.
I think 4.
6.
Is he,
I
is he
think.
at 4 only? I thought
I
it was
think
at
4
more.
or
Maybe I'm
5.
wrong.
I think it's 5.
Must be.
I can check.
6, 7.
Oh my god. Grand Slam 6.
6.
Huh? So this will be his.
6.
7th. 6, 7.
Please, yeah. This guy's from that from a temple in China to come to 6, 7 out
6,
here.
7. What is your take on the 6, 7?
Do you know what the 6-7 meme is?
No, I don't know.
Okay, we can just end it over there.
God bless you don't know that.
Cool, awesome. Thank you so much, Harsh. You want to plug anything? We already plugged it in the last video.
Plug it
but
again, it's gonna be
plug
weak.
your channel.
Double the views up right
plug,
now.
Core Club.
Yeah, I mean, guys, just like Shaolin Warrior _ Hurssh Verma, Core Club, Monkapreneur. Just go.
I like
We
that.
didn't get into that.
Like that, bro.
We didn't get into that. Shit. Okay.
Next time.
Next time. Okay,
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
So
Thank you
good.
so much.
Thank you guys. Like, share, and subscribe.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.